I hope that you don't omit anything that I say here today. And I mean that. So I'm going to start off by saying this. I first congratulate Seattle for moving on. Unfortunately, the game was one in which where we scored, our guy was onside. They scored, their guy was offsides. Unfortunately, Alonso for them should have been thrown out of the game, which would have changed the game. So there was 3 plays within the game that completely changed the match. And where I would start is 2.5 weeks ago, we played in Salt Lake, and the same referee, same center referee, did that game as well. In the 86th minute, we had a penalty kick, 100% a penalty kick. Not my assessment, even though it's the assessment of the head of pro, Peter Walton, as well. 100% a penalty kick. He doesn't call it. If we score that goal, we go on to win that game, we get 3 points. We're not sitting here today. We're sitting in Kansas City playing that game. So it's coincidental to me that the referee tonight makes another, I can't even understand how you don't give Alonso the second yellow card, which now puts him out of the game. They're playing a man down, and now we're in a position to obviously control the game even more so than we did. I am a guy that tries to do my best when it comes to evaluating a match. The statistics don't lie in this game. We dominated the game from beginning till end. Like I said, they scored their goal on an offsides play. Referee misses it, changes the outcome of the game. And I would tell you that, in my opinion, and for our organization, I think that Pro and Major League Soccer owe our club an absolute apology, because this game was taken away from us today. Our players gave everything they had. We came into, I think, a class organization, great fan base, unbelievable environment. We controlled the game. It is what it is. We didn't come in and bunker in and just sit back and try to muck up the game. We came to play. We demonstrated that on the field, and unfortunately, because of decisions that were made by the referees, and it's amazing, all 4 of them, I should say, all 4 of them, the center and the fourth, made the decision on not giving the second yellow at a minimum to Alonso, which would have now put him out of the game. And then each of the 2 ARs on each side, one called us offsides and the other one called them onsides. I don't know what else to say other than that. I'm extremely proud of my team and the way that they played. They gave everything. As I said before, I believe that they dominated the game. They controlled the game. The stats say it. And so the unfortunate thing is we walk away with an incredible bad taste in our mouth from the perspective that we didn't lose the game. We got the game taken away from us. And as I'll say it again, I believe Pro and the league owe our club an apology. So I'll take your questions, unless I answered everything with my rant.
Coach,
shoot.
Did the fourth official give you an explanation as to why Ben received a yellow card after he re-entered the field?
Oh, it's easy because he went up to the referee and he couldn't believe that he didn't throw out Alonso. So he probably got it for dissent. I mean, from my vantage point, I would say 99% sure that's why he got it.
Peter, replay seemed to show it looked like Ozzy got a piece of the ball. Do you still think he was deserving of the ball?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because if anything, then you want to call it a tactical foul? He's on a break. The guy tackles him during the season this year. I think Alonso's a fantastic player. I really do. This has nothing to do with. I think Seattle's a very good team. I think they're a good team, and this has nothing to do with. And like I said, look, I congratulate them. They're moving on. They're on a little bit of a run here. Obviously, it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the way the performance of the referees, their performance tonight. It completely affected the outcome of the game. And anyone who knows the game understands how much it can affect the game. And so for me, yeah, it's you can call it whatever you want. It's a tackle. You can call it from the side. You can call it from behind. It's a tactical foul. I don't really care. It's easily deserving of a second yellow in an open field like that, for sure.
Coach,
you
started the match really, really well. 3 chances in the first 10 minutes. I think people would say you took it to Seattle the first half hour in particular. What did you do to start so well? What was the game plan for that?
Look, I think that we wanted to make sure that we took some of their key players off the ball. Alonso, you can't leave him on the ball. You can't leave Ladero on the ball that much. You have to make sure that goes to other guys because they're the guys that are serving and finding the other players. So a big key for us was just taking them off the ball as much as we could. And I thought our guys had great energy. We turned them over, and I thought our combination play up through the middle was very good in the first half. I mean, really good. And then in the second half, we started to open up the game, got a couple chances here and there. But again, I just think in a lot of respects, look, we dominated the game.
Are you satisfied with the way your team responded to the adversity from the referees? You guys still created chances, ran to the end.
Yeah. We weren't going to let that. And unfortunately, we've been down this road all season long. We really have. It's been one of those years where it's been very difficult from that perspective. But our guys understood that, and they're fighting to the end. And I wouldn't expect anything less of them. But like I said, I'm very proud of their performance. Their effort was incredible. I thought that they executed our game plan extremely well, and they were the dominant team tonight.
Coach, this is the first time we've seen Seattle since that 3-0 win back in SKC in the middle of July. Referees notwithstanding, what seemed different about that Seattle team to you that was out there tonight?
Look, anytime you could play an MLS team 4 times in a year, and you're always going to see something different. It doesn't matter. You're just always going to see something different. Obviously, they've made changes to their team. They've added some players. They've done a couple different things, and they've also lost some guys. And I think it's changed the way that they go about their game. I think they're, like I said to you, even back then, I always thought they were a good team. Ziggy did a fantastic job at this club for the years that he was here, and he started this club off in on the right foot. And so it wasn't like the team wasn't there. I can't tell you I'm not in their camp, but look, they're a good team, and they were a good team back then when we played them. It just was one of those days. Yes.
Coach, when you have a game like this and you feel like it was taken from you, what do you say to the guys in the locker room after a loss like this?
Well, the first thing is that they know. I mean, that they were on the field. They're experiencing it more than I guess I am on the sideline, if you will. The biggest thing is, as I told them, I said, look, I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud of you from the point of view that we did everything we had to today. And unfortunately, this is one of those times where your effort doesn't get rewarded because it actually gets taken away from you based on the fact that, the people that you are hoping that it's one thing, look, if you make one call that is a game changer, but when you make 3, that's just unacceptable at this level. We all put a lot of work into what we do, and so they understand that. And as I said to them, I said, I get that you guys put not only all the effort into this game, but over the season, and to now be, have it taken away from you from this point of view, I'm just so disappointed for them. But there's not really much I can do. They know it, and now it's about getting back and getting ready for next year. That's really it.
Coach, what did you and Brian say to each other after the match?
Yeah, I told him, I said, listen, good luck, the rest of the way. He said, look, I know it doesn't mean that much, and nothing you can do about it now. He goes, but it was for sure a red card.
Last question.
Coach, you look back at the last season, the season before, you've had a couple postseason heartbreaks in a row. How does that view you going into next season? How does that kind of shape how you guys feel?
Last year, it's not the same as this game by any means. Last year's game, we had 4 chances in that game to win the game. We were up 2-1, and then we had 3 opportunities during penalty kicks to win it. So can't blame that on anyone except ourselves. Tonight was a totally different story. But look, you'll start over. You'll have a different team. Different guys, and I say sometimes it's a lot of the same guys, and it doesn't matter. It's just going to be a different team because every year is different. No matter if you bring all the same guys back, but we'll get back working. We've tasted a lot of success, and that's why these kind of things they hurt a lot. When you've been successful, you want more of it, and it's just hard when it's not and not normally can you say that look, you can say you didn't do this and do that, but that game, if we're up a man, the time it's there, if we go into overtime, I mean, they've already used a lot of subs. There's a lot of things that would have been in our favor at that moment.